Imagine you wake up and 75% of your inbox is gone. How do you feel? Anxious? Excited? Stoked? Scared? In this video, I'm going to share with you what happened when this happened to me and how it didn't actually cost me money, but it actually made me money instead. The reality is that so much of our email is nonsense that doesn't actually need our response in the first place. 75% off to your favorite store that you basically own everything from anyway, CCs that never really should have been sent, calendar meeting requests that are already auto-populated on your calendar. So once we take out all of those kinds of things, what are you actually left with? Let's go back to when I said that I would share with you how this actually made me six figures. So I turned on an auto generator and I also turned on a subscription to be able to comb through my inbox and take out any subscription newsletters from my inbox and put them into one folder. And then I went through that folder over a period of an hour, kept what I wanted, and unsubscribed to the rest. These two things, my autoresponder and unsubscribing to just newsletters, were so powerful that in and of themselves, they made a huge impact and a huge difference. Making sure that when I put the autoresponder together, I was anticipating the needs of the individual who was sending me their email in the first place, so that the autoresponder basically took care of most of the emails that were sent to me. It included the link to my calendar, it included a link to my website, and it included frequently asked questions, as well as links to my other companies in case they were emailing me about another company. The other thing that I did was I went back and deleted 3 weeks worth of emails. Why? Well, because these were the kinds of emails that I had bumped down and down and down over and over again until they were just taking up space in my inbox, and it was beyond the time of an appropriate response from me, and they didn't really have any information in them that I needed. Because if they did, then I would have used that information for something in the past 3 weeks. So I just deleted them. And I know that I was in the habit of using my inbox kind of as like I'll read this later. Well, I just made a folder that said read later. And most of the time, I don't actually get to that read later folder, and nothing catastrophic has happened yet. So another thing that I did in addition to turning on the autoresponder, deleting 3 weeks worth of email, and creating that unsubscribe inbox is I called all of my clients. And by doing this, I was able to anticipate their needs as well as let them know about the autoresponder so that they didn't feel like their email wasn't important to me. And it helped me make a stronger autoresponder by being able to put together that FAQ that I discussed with you. If you're like calling a client, what does that mean? Go ahead and Google it because there is such thing as a telephone. It does ring and it actually provides a really quality conversation when you're intentional about it. If you're not intentional about using the phone, then it can turn into another time suck just like your email, which is not why you're in this video, so let's keep going. You're most likely to hear about the six-figure comment. So, through calling my clients, I actually had 3 different clients tell me about 3 different people that they wanted me to work with. And so the conversation went a little bit like this. Oh, so since I have you on the phone, I have X, Y, and Z company that I wanted you to work with, and I wanted to recommend them to you. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about them while I am feverishly taking notes. And then I'm going to call them and let them know that you're going to be calling them. And I'm going to give you their direct office number so that you can call them instead of emailing them. Sound familiar? So after I get off the phone with my page of handy dandy notes and I've called all of my clients, I can start calling these prospects. And while I'm calling these prospects, I'm diving right into what was shared with me, which makes me seem like a really attentive listener. And their exact words were, wow, because of how responsive you are and your team, we're going to work with you. Yeah, so maybe those weren't their exact words, but it was kind of their words from the 3 of them. Basically, I got 3 clients out of being able to call all of my clients, which was just 2 hours. No emails sent, just the phone. And why did this happen? Well, people are so incredibly tired of screens that when you can pick up the phone and genuinely connect with another human and make them feel like you're paying attention, you're practicing active listening, and you're able to give them back that time of the back and forth banter and email and the scheduling and all of that, you're actually already saving them money. And so since they're already in it with you, and a phone call, in theory, takes a little bit more energy than an email, you're building that relationship. And so you're building that know, like, and trust. And when the phone rings, it takes you away from the screens and it gives you a break. And so because we already are experiencing this Zoom fatigue and virtual meeting fatigue, it's a welcome, refreshed conversation to have. Particularly when you're calling to solve something that they're having a problem with, it's a welcome phone call. And it starts the relationship off in a very positive light. So those 3 things of autoresponder, unsubscribe, call all my clients generated $100,000 plus worth of revenue. And in reality, I cleaned out my entire inbox just by paying attention to what was actually meaningful and not listening to all the rest of the noise. And will this work for you? I don't know. Should you give it a try? Definitely. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And I also am going to include another playlist for you. If you are looking for more motivation to get everything done, then this playlist is definitely for you. Thank you for making the world a better place, and I'll see you in the next video.